who's off to a winning start. Scump, this is the debut outing for your new team. How's it all come together?
It's coming together nicely. We learned a lot about ourselves at the Season 2 not playoffs, but regular season split. Learned a lot about our map pool and a lot about other teams' map pools as a squad. So I'm feeling really confident as long as we can keep winning our search and destroys. I think we're one of the top respawn teams in the game. So I think our respawn's going to carry us through this tournament. And if we can win that map 2, which we pin as the most important map every series, we should get a lot of 3-0s and 3-1s.
It was the end of an era for a team that won everything there was to win. Was it hard to, make that final move and say, let's call it a day, guys?
Oh, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's hard. I mean, Matt and Damon were brothers to me for a very, very long time. I still consider them brothers. We fought, we had our differences, and it is what it is. In a business environment, we just didn't work out. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice to have some new faces, some new motivation, and we're just trying to do the best we can. We have high expectations on our team, so we're just trying to pull it together as best we can.
Well, you personally have been playing COD since you were just a kid. Now you're a fully grown adult. Do you find that making these changes every so often kind of gives you a new shot in the arm and gives you another reason to play Call of Duty again after all these years?
I mean, I just love competing. I mean, whether it would be Call of Duty or any other game, competing is what keeps me going. Call of Duty over the past couple of years has sort of let me down from a public match perspective. But, I mean, I'm always going to love competing. New faces, obviously, like I said, new motivation to play again. Got to get better, got a point to prove. So it definitely adds a little bit of, kick in the butt. But, I mean, I just love competing, and I always will.
When you guys had, I wouldn't even say a rocky start to the season, but perhaps not the start to the season you expected, were there any moments when you were looking at, say, your YouTube channel and thinking, Fortnite's there for me, I could move away from Call of Duty and start a new career, push a YouTube channel, what you've probably got a perfect platform for? Was that ever in the back of your mind, or are you a competitor through and through?
I still think about it every day. I'm going to have to make some decisions coming up here soon, but like I said, I'll always love competing, and it's going to be pretty hard to drag me away from that. So.
Well, going back to the team then, what are each of the new recruits bringing?
Just good AR presence. They go the right way. They hold the spawns for us. They let me and Ian run around with the subs. They just play the game correctly, and they're good at search and destroy, which is something that we needed. Our old team wasn't that great at search and destroy. We probably won like 3 or 4 out of every 10, which is definitely not ideal. You want to be up there on the 6-7 range, because if you lose respawns and you're not good at search, you're down 0-2. It's just hard to bounce back from that. So they bring a lot to the table in terms of search and destroy, and I think we're just clicking well right now. I think that if we can keep winning our searches and keep this momentum, we're going to be great.
Well, it's still pretty early days for the team, but do you think you're already ready to take home a title?
I do. I mean, obviously, think we can definitely win the title, but it's going to be tough. This game especially, it's so series to series. You have to play flawlessly throughout the whole tournament or just go completely clutch. So this game, any team can win in this game, and we're just going to keep doing our best to make sure that we're staying on the winning train.
Well, Optic Gaming off to a winning start here in Anaheim with their new roster. As always, I've been Deserto Chris. He's been Scump. This content's been brought to you by G Fuel. Joined by Methodz, one of the latest recruits of Optic Gaming. From being dropped to not knowing your future to now on Optic Gaming, how's it been? Has it been a roller coaster?
It's been incredible. Obviously, like when I got dropped from Rise, I was like, shit. What's next? And now I'm super grateful I got dropped. I went from the best team now to what, in my opinion, is the new best team. Obviously, Rise is still really good, but I feel like what my team is firing on all cylinders, really hard to beat.
You've obviously been in Optic now for a little while, but this is your official debut at a major tournament. Does it now kind of feel real? And how is it to be like on the floor and spending time with your teammates?
Oh, dude, playing on main stage and hearing "Let's go Optic," and then after the match they run up to the front and start cheering. It's crazy. Just walking around, I feel like a little Justin Bieber, but it's incredible, man.
How have the fans treated you so far?
Yeah, they love me. So I mean, they probably tweeted me some mean things at some point, but they love me here, so that's all that matters. I signed the forehead.
Excellent. Whose forehead was it?
I have no idea, but I signed his forehead.
So what's it like being in Optic Gaming compared to other organisations you've been in? You represented some very prestigious teams in the past, but how is Optic Gaming comparatively?
It feels like a sports team. I feel like I'm on the Yankees. It's honestly crazy. I think the second team closest to us was when I was on FaZe, but being on Optic is like a totally different experience, especially now. Being the new guy, everybody sort of knows my name and wants pictures and stuff, so it's a dream come true.
Are you feeling any pressure to perform this weekend? Obviously, the fans are always on your side until it starts to go wrong, and then, if anything, the Optic guys get it the best in terms of the sport, but also the worst in terms of the fan hate when they don't quite deliver.
Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword, obviously. The highs are really high and the lows are pretty low, but Honestly, I would say that we're pretty pressureless right now. Like on stage yesterday, I think I had a really good day, and I was just completely zoned on my team in the game, and I really didn't pay attention to the noise, so no pressure really.
You've gone 4-0 in your pool. Is that reflective of how good the team is at the moment, or do you think you were dealt quite a good hand?
Well, it's crazy because yesterday we played the 3 pro teams, and today we played the amateur team come from open bracket, and they probably played us the closest at all the pro teams. So it just goes to show that you don't got to be a big name superstar to compete. But yeah, I think when our communication is like it was yesterday and earlier today, when we're all speaking and being intense, we're really hard to beat.
Crimsix, the most accomplished Call of Duty player ever. What's he like to team with? You know, what does he bring to Call of Duty that other people haven't that you played with in the past?
Yeah, he's a little intense at times, but it's good and bad. Like there's times where that's really good, and there's times where it's not so good. But he's really smart. He knows what to do. He's really good at keeping calm in game. Sometimes he gets frantic, but like a lot of the times, he's like, yo, deep breath, relax, break this together. So it's a blessing. Obviously, the winningest player of all time. You know, one of the best. It hurts me to say it because he's my teammate, and I don't want to gas him all that much, but he's the GOAT.
What about Scump? What is he like as a personality? He's often seen as a goofball, especially out of game. But
he's an idiot. Well, we're both idiots, so we get along really well. We've been friends for a long time, and playing with him is obviously so fun. I came up with him back in Black Ops 2 and MW3, so I've known him for like 6 years now. We've been dumbasses ever since we've known each other, so we just have really good vibes, a lot of fun. Sam brings some good vibes in as well, so just a lot of fun.
And finally, what have you brought to the team? From speaking to Crimsix, he believes that you and Sam have both kind of given the team a shot in the arm, they've given him a new impetus to practice and that kind of thing. But what do you personally think you've added into the Optic mix?
I think I bring a lot of drive because all I want to do is win. That's all I care about is winning these next 3 tournaments. And I think after you win 32 and 26 tournaments like Ian and Seth have, at some point it's sort of like, it gets repetitive, like how many times can you win? I think me and Sam just bringing that drive and motivation is really good for them, and it's good for us.
Firstly, how's this new team come together? Are you feeling more confident?
Oh yeah, way more confident. I think that this game suits, you know, the teammates that we picked up. I think that they're oh, Jesus, you're hitting me with these questions already. Oh my God. I'm not gonna roast or anything, but I think Sam and Methodz are really good. And I think that, you know, they're running the ARs, and then me and Seth running that sub duo. I think, you know, as long as we're playing at the top of our game, we're unbeatable.
You think that fresh blood has almost given the team a new oomph, a bit of momentum, and, you know, to get people practicing more, coming together as a team?
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely, I think Seth's probably played like 3 times as much in this past like 3 months than he has, you know, the other, whatever was the last 5 months of this game. I think that it really helped me as well. I think I've had like 10 teammates.
Well, I was about to say that. Yeah. I would go as far as say you probably had the record fewest teammates out of someone who's played this long.
Yep, yeah. No, I think I definitely hold that. But, you know, it's a little bit different adjusting. And I think that, you know, Sam and Zen are both sort of unexperienced in a certain way. And I think that, you know, that may have been the edge that, you know, our old team had over other teams. So, you know, obviously we're learning how to play the game off of them, but they're learning like mentally, like what's like how to think, you know, the right way to, you know, go into matches mentally. And I think that they're still learning that. And I think that that's something that me and Seth bring to them. And, you know, obviously they have the in-game smarts. So we didn't, because, you know, we didn't really know what we were doing, the old team. We just kind of ran around, and if we got kills, we won the map. If we didn't, we lost the map. So, you know, now it's just all fundamentals.
Well, when you get players in from other teams, do you feel it's almost like they're kind of contributing to the new ideas? You know, you can take ideas from other teams rather than it just being the same group of 4 people trying to come up with tactics.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sam brought a whole bunch of strats from LG, and then Zinni brought a whole bunch of strats from Rise and TK. And I think that Zinni, you know, he was on Rise for a very long time, and I think that, you know, they play fundamentally sound. And then I think LG is probably like I don't know about their new team, but their old team when Sam was on it, they were the ones who played right like all the time, and everyone knew that. And that's any team that JCap has on it, or, you know, any team that has JCap on it is just going to play, you know, with the right play style that they don't necessarily need to outslay a whole bunch to win the map. And I think that that's the mentality that Sam brought, so it's pretty good.
You played with some exceptional players over the years. Yeah. How do the 2 new recruits compare to those?
It's hard to say yet because this is our first tournament, but you know, from the league and just scrimming online, I think that. Sorry, I gotta. They bring I would say a lot of like vocal presence to the team, as well as just, you know, knowing to go to the right positions at the right times and just picking up a whole bunch of slaying. I think that you know, one of our biggest things when we were sort of in that slump in the last 2 league matches was we were overthinking things too much. And I was like, yo, listen, like, everyone get out of your own head, just start playing the game, start basically just getting kills. And we went back to that, and I think that's, you know, a big change from those last 2 league matches to our first day here at CWL Anaheim.